So the Ironman training is for a regular guy like me. I'm gonna just share with you what I did. I've always had admiration for those that have done Ironmans. How does anybody do a marathon on top of swimming 2.4 miles and biking 112 miles, and then the cherry on top is a 26.2 mile run? The Ironman training routine, I'm gonna give it to you. You know, here it is, it's all discipline. My morning starts between 3:15 and 3:45 most days during that cycle of training. 30 hours a week. This is like a full-time job in addition to my full-time job. So again, I'm a regular guy working full-time. I do work, and that's my priority. I do have kids, they're my priority, and then I do have my training. The way I do it is I make sure I get up super early so I can get my training in and then go on with my day. It means I go to bed earlier too, and I cut out a lot of things that sometimes are the pleasures in life, like, you know, there's no TV, there's no late nights, there's no, you know, I mean, occasional drinking, but that's cut out for the most part because of how you feel the next day. 3:15 to 3:45 every day, and it starts out, I do a quick Wim Hof meditation with its breath work, and that's about 10 minutes. So this is the PEMF mat. This is how I start my morning off. This is what astronauts use to reset their biorhythms. This is part of the superhuman protocol. PEMF, the EWAT therapy with the red light. And that really helps with reduction in inflammation. It helps with recovery, helps with mood, helps your skin, helps your wounds, helps you heal. And that has made such a difference in the last couple of years that I've been doing these biohacks. I meditate, I pray, I give my blessings, I have my coffee, I have my supplements. A lot of this is cellular health and recovery. I have to take iron, I was anemic. There's prostate health supplements, there's blood supplements. I take this quercetin, and this was to help prevent COVID. I have a small liquid protein breakfast with some green juice and some nutrients in there. I do a little bit of work to make sure my day is set, my calendar's in order, and then I begin. So sometimes I have to go to the Y and swim. I try to get there first thing because it gets full. The lanes get full, so I gotta be there by 5:30. I'll ride the bike indoors. What the idea is to work out with oxygen. It really helps athletic performance, it helps healing, gets the blood flow going. And so we're gonna do the bike, and the way you do the bike is you pedal hard for 3 minutes, but then you crank your heart rate up, and you try to get that heart rate up to your ideal optimized heart rate. Pushing it 220 minus your age is really where you want to go, and you do that for 30 seconds. Bring it back down at a pretty decent speed, get the heart rate down a little bit, crank it back up every 3 minutes. So you go 30 seconds on hard. Always broken up into the routine that my coach assigns to me. Sometimes it's an hour swim, 2-hour bike, hour run. I like to incorporate weight training. Now a lot of triathletes don't do weight training. Personally for me, I feel like it keeps me strong, keeps my core strong. So I'll always incorporate weight training into my routine. Sometimes it's body weight. Sometimes I'll go to the park and do a body weight exercise, or just outside do some body weight things, but try to get that training in. When we do our beach workout, what we're trying to incorporate 1 to 2 times a week is, we talked about stabilizer muscles where you're barefoot, and also doing some plyometrics, some calisthenics. It helps with explosiveness, power, agility, mobility. You want to be as mobile as you can, and core work. So high knees, tap to high knees is kickouts. So you kick your legs out. Then we do butt kickers. Try to kick your own butt. We do karaoke, face in the water, cross over, really good twist exercise. The side shuffle, stay low, face. In addition to, and I didn't give this up, now a lot of people would give something like this up, but my martial arts is very important to me. I've achieved the 2nd degree black belt in Krav Maga, and I stick with my martial arts training. So I'm still doing about 4 hours a week of martial arts training, which I include in the Ironman training. So I'll do that a couple sessions on Tuesday, Thursday, and I'll try to get a Saturday in, a couple hours there as well. So the day starts, the training's done, I go to the office or I work from home, work with the team, we work on our sales, we work on our production, we work with our clients, with our referral partners, our sphere of influence. I teach a lot of classes. You know, I'm doing a lot of podcasts with the book. We got some book stuff going on, so I'm working on some book stuff and speaking things that we have going on.
Chapter 5, Manage Your Mind. Chapter 7, The Superhuman Power.
I eat a lot. I'll have small meals every day. Very nutritious. I try to go the organic route as much as I possibly can. Everything all natural, no junk, no sugar, and no processed foods because they're so bad for you. So I try to stay healthy 90% of the time with my food. Occasionally I'll allow a cheat meal, but I try to stay really healthy with my food intake. That's throughout the day. So there's 5 or 6 meals, a ton of water. I think these are 32 ounces, do about at least seven of these Yetis a day, at least. It might even be more. This really helps with cellular health. This is hydrogen water and concentration and immune function. So that's why I do this. And I feel like it's good, clean water. Get a lot of salt. You need a lot of salt intake because the nutrition for these Ironmans is very important. My coach drills into me the nutrition. So there's a lot of additional supplements that we take. There's a lot of goos and all natural stuff, goos and Honey Stinger's the brand we use, Honey Stinger waffles and things of that nature. Try to get the calories in because don't want to feel depleted. And the end of the day is really wind it down early. Never eat. I try not to eat 2 hours, at least 2 hours before bed. Try to do it 3 hours before bed. I get my journaling in. I finish out my day with, make sure my calendar's set, my emails are answered, and then I get my journaling in, prepare the night, maybe do some stretching, do some breathing, and try to get to bed at a decent hour. Try to get at least, now sleep is so important, I try to get at least 6 solid hours of sleep in. You really want to shoot for more than that, but with some of the training, some of the work tasks, it's been limited. I have my Oura Ring, which I absolutely love. That is a great sleep tracker. It tells you your quality of sleep. And I've been using this religiously. So a lot of these biohack things that we do the red light therapy, we do the EWAT exercise with oxygen, we do the cold plunge, the hydrogen water, the PEMF mat. All these things I started when I tore my quad. I wanted to learn everything I could about healing as fast as I could, and these are the things that led me to my healing. And the doc said, he's never seen anyone, and I remember I was 50 years old, never seen anybody heal as fast as I did from this horrific torn quad injury. And I believe it had a lot to do with some of these things that we were doing, the supplementation, the red light therapy, which really helps with the wound healing, the infrared sauna, the PEMF mats, that's the like the earthing, the grounding, that stimulates, that astronauts use to get back into their routine and reset their body. The EWAT therapy really helps with the oxygen intake, and I feel like it improves my endurance. The cold water therapy, the cold plunging, that really, really helps with several things here. And this is one of my favorite to do after I'm done, it helps with mental toughness and resiliency. You know when people say, I could never do the cold water therapy, I could never stay in that long. But think about what that's building just in that alone is your toughness, because you're withstanding that cold water. Immunity, incredible. I don't get sick, I just don't. It helps with inflammation. Now you're constantly, when you're going through these workouts, you're constantly tearing down your body and muscles, and you want to improve that as much as you can and reduce that inflammation and muscle recovery. Those are the keys there with the cold plunging, but most of these things help on that cellular level. They help with the wound repair or healing or the anti-inflammation. Again, recovery, immunity, and it elevates your mindset. It elevates your mental health. You feel elated. Go do a cold plunge and get out of there and tell me you didn't feel better when you were done doing it, because it automatically gets that euphoria and the dopamine going for you. So it's a pretty cool experience when you're done. You can contrast it with some heat as well. If you go heat first and jump into the cold plunge or cold water, or start with a cold shower, it's gonna be a little easier to do, because you're gonna cool off and then kind of stay colder for a longer period of time. Helps build your metabolism too. It really helps with, it activates brown fat. Now adults don't have much brown fat, babies do. That's why babies don't shiver. And the brown fat is really what gets activated with this cold water therapy, and it does help with your metabolism. I mean, think about it. Everything gets protected when you're in the cold, and then as soon as you get into the warm, all the circulation improves and floods to the surface. So you can only imagine that it's great for circulation and metabolism. And that pretty much wraps up the day.